CrowdStrike, no matter how you put it, we breached that lower trend line here of our ascending wedge. So where does that put us currently? Well, now that we are not respecting this trend line, we have to look at this 368, 367 area in here. So you can see that was a major resistance for us all through November going into January. And because we were trading inside of this kind of boring channel right in here, right? So the support down here at the 340s or 339s, and then you had your resistance up here at 368. So you had that $20 wide channel that we just kind of stayed in, right? All through November, a little breakout here, it comes right back down into it again, and finally broke out of it and started working our way up at the beginning, or I'm sorry, at the end of January into the beginning of February. Finally hit the highs up in here about the 450s, and then slowly pulled back with the market, obviously, ever since the market said, hey, you know what, we got to revert back to the mean here. So currently breached our lower trend line. Support wise, we're looking at that 368, 369 area. Immediate support, it's going to be that low that clocked in today, 378. If we're looking at resistance wise, what are we talking about? Well, we have to get back above this lower trend line again. That's going to be kind of like our safety line, if you want to look at it that way. Above that, you're going to be looking at the 9-day EMA, currently trading at 397. And then above that, it's going to be at that 407 mark. So not really worried about that $400 psychological level. It looks like the 407 has more problems for us rather than that. But again, this is going to be sort of like our safety line right here, this lower trend line, and we're going to see if we respect that as we're working our way higher and higher. IV wise, what are we looking at? Well, you have a $34 expected move by this Friday. That's because we have earnings coming tomorrow. So earnings could change all this, especially if news breaks early or something like that, like sometimes it does. So that's why your move is so juiced in here. That's why your premiums are so expensive. That's why you got that $34, because we do have earnings coming up tomorrow after market. Now, your following week expiration, you have a $41 expected move. Your March monthly is pricing in around $42. If you go all the way out to April, everybody's looking at a $54 expected move. So all in all, not a huge down day in here as compared to some. I mean, we still ended the day about $6 short, or almost $7 from where we opened, but it could have been a lot worse. And that's because everybody kind of saved it with that earnings in mind, that, hey, you know, we might be able to save ourselves in here just getting like another little earnings pop before actually earnings comes out tomorrow after market. So again, just to reiterate, this upper trend line here, we have to see if that we're going to respect that going forward as our resistance or our safety line. Above that, we're looking at this 9-day EMA, the 397, above that 407. And then for our supports, immediately, we're going to look at that 378. And then below that, it's going to be down here, the 369, 368 area. If we do breach below this off of poor earnings or more Trump dump news, whatever, then we might be stuck in this boring channel once again in between the 340s and that 369 area. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.